Think, young men, think. If you don't know how to, I have good news for you. You can learn. Yes, you can learn. And you may be wondering, how can you learn to think? But before that, let me tell you a story that you may be familiar with. The X-Men are fictional characters, mutants with superhuman powers. Whenever we're introduced to these characters in the books and movies, they are always fearful of their unique powers, and largely because they do not know how to control them. Then along comes Professor Xavier, who teaches these untrained mutants how to control their powers. And what do you know? These once scared and reckless characters are now useful in the cause of fighting against evil. You could say that Professor X and his men are dangerous because they possess great power which they have under control. If you want to be real-life X-Men with unique superhuman powers, then you need to learn to think. That is your superpower. Learn to read and write, and therefore learn to think. If you can think for yourself, you can chart your own path and determine your own destiny, and so you will in effect be dangerous. Like Jordan Peterson once said, a harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very, very dangerous man who has that under control. That's why we focus on raising young men of character. You are a free moral agent, young man, and so when you become dangerous, you can show the quality of your character by the voluntary choices you make. If you're not dangerous, you cannot choose to yield when faced with a challenge. All you can do is yield, and you don't want that. And no one wants that for you because you are no good to anyone else. In fact, you are a burden because you can't do for yourself what you should do for yourself. If you are dangerous, you will find that for the most part, you don't have to be. As the saying goes, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. In the last 90 days, young men, how many books have you read? In the last 12 months, young men, what new skills have you acquired or perfected? I pray to God, the answer to both those questions is never zero. Nothing great ever happened by accident, and nothing great ever started out great either. So, you're gonna have to be intentional about charting your path to greatness. Go and find any place where you can speak in a public setting to several people at least. Say something, anything, and don't worry about stuttering. You will stutter, you will be terrible, and even look foolish. But know this, inside of that fool right now is a genius in the making, but only if you persist with a dogged determination. A dogged determination will not relent and cannot be denied. I am reminded of my favorite poem, and the last few lines read as follows. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. So go out there, young men, and be dangerous.